Hello, welcome to the Tony Parkins travelradio podcast. Here I interview exhibitors and visitors alike at the Destinations Holiday and Travel Show, which was held at the Manchester Central. What does Malta offer?
Yes, because there is so much diversity that is concentrated in a very small area. So you will be able to cross the island, and it's like a journey through history.
Oh, really?
So it's not just about sun and the sea that Malta is renowned for, but we're selling Malta all the year round because there is a rich history and a rich culture to sell. And the experience that tourists are having about Malta is showing in the results.
Yes.
So much so that we have recovered totally from the pandemic. And we have last year, 2023, we have exceeded and broken a new record, which is bigger than the one that we had achieved pre-pandemic in 2019. So the results vindicate the product that we have in Malta because tourists love Malta and they return.
And you know what? I know they do because I've been there many times because I work on a cruise ship and we know all our guests love them. But this is a really valid question because a lot of the older guests recognise that if it was good enough for the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh,
yes.
and of course the St George's Cross that was awarded to your island and the close relationship we have, that we know that as older generation.
Yes.
What about the younger generation?
Yes,
Are you getting them there as well? Because they're important, they're the future.
Yes, but what you mentioned is still being promoted in Malta.
Yes.
It is part of our culture, of our history, and we make sure that that is transmitted even in our marketing. But Malta is much more than that.
Yes.
Malta is, for instance, for the youth. There's the festival tourism. We've got summer days. We've got MTV.
How much is a beer, they want to know?
How much?
How much is a beer?
How much is a beer? It's relatively cheap. That's okay.
It's cheaper than £4 a pint,
yes,
isn't it?
Of course.
That's all they want to know.
It's cheaper than in the UK. anyway, but then there is so much more. There's diving, there's snorkeling.
Yes.
It's a big thriving industry, especially to the north of the island and in Gozo.
Yeah.
There is so much to do in Malta. You can come to Malta for a city break for 4 days and you'll be satisfied. And you can come to Malta and stay for 2 weeks and you haven't seen it all.
Wow. Do you know what? I think we all want to visit Malta. If our guests, our listeners, want to visit Malta and want to find out more, please now use this opportunity to tell our listener what they need to do. Which website? Have you got a website? Have you got information?
Course. You can see Visit Malta.
Yeah.
That is our website.
Yes.
We are on Facebook and we're on Instagram. Yeah. But we've got also our offices in around the UK, particularly in London. And Malta is marketed by many tour operators around the United Kingdom. You have to remember that the UK is Malta's first source market. Yes. So you can understand, I mean, it's accessible because we're also very well connected all around the cities. In the UK, you can fly all the airlines. You can fly Air Malta, British Airways, Ryanair, EasyJet. There are so many airlines, Jet2, that fly to Malta. So you can get a flight. You can book this morning and you're in Malta in the afternoon.
Well, do you know what? It's been an absolute pleasure to have you with us here on travel.radio. We hope that our relationship continues from here because Indeed. You know what, Gavin? I don't know about everybody else. I'm ready to jump on one of those flights. Thank you so much.
You can join us when we return to Malta next Monday, okay?
I'm on my way. Where are you thinking about going on holiday?
Well, I love Scotland.
You love? What's your first name?
Sam.
Sam and?
Lily.
And Sally?
Lily.
And Lily. Sam and Lily. Now, you love Scotland. Lily, where do you like? You'd like something a bit more exotic?
I'm interested in like history and stuff, so I'd like anywhere with like history. Anything.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you, Lily?
12.
12. Now there we are. So you love something with history. Has that come from you, Sam?
Yeah.
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 So where would be your ideal holiday then? Would it? I mean, we're surrounded by so many, like that one over there, worldwide wildlife, the Earth Trip. All these places, new places. Would you be interested in going off the beaten track, Lily?
Yeah. definitely.
Like African safaris, that'd
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And where have you got planned for this? Where have you got planned for this year?
Well, we've just got a caravan, so
Yeah.
we're going to stay in this country this year,
Yeah.
but hopefully next year we'll go a bit further out,
Like
won't we?
France and
France,
stuff.
yeah.
Well, do you know what? We've got the travel broadcaster Simon Calder over there, so I'll leave you to go and see
Right.
him. Thank you for stopping to talk to us. We are
worries, thank you.
travel.radio, your destination station. I've given you my card. And you'll be heard by a lot of people, your really, really invaluable contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. John, I'm at your stand here, Holiday Best. Now, I hear that you're an online tour operator. How has business been post-pandemic?
Well, for us, obviously, we only launched last year, but there was
okay.
a massive gap in the market, obviously, after the Cooks collapse pre-pandemic. So yeah, it's been good. Obviously, it's been interesting because we are a new player on the block. We're going up against some of the big guys, people like Jet2, TUI and people like that. But yeah, there's a gap in the market, and I think our full proposition is all around service. It's around a real package holiday, so things like seats, luggage, transfers come as standard in everything that we do.
So what do you do when you say a gap in the market? Because
Yeah.
I've only just met you. What was that gap in the market that you were able to feed into?
I think after COVID, I think a lot of people were burnt, and there was a lot of the big guys out there that actually didn't do as well, or didn't
Thomas Cook, for example?
Well, yeah, they didn't do well. But then also the guys who did survive it didn't necessarily give the customers the best service during that time, and people are looking for someone they can trust. And obviously, you know, we're lucky in some respects that we're a new player because we haven't got the history of COVID.
No.
We're unlucky in another way because obviously people don't know. So it's about building that trust, but obviously coming in fresh and having our full proposition as, you know, we are a brand that you can trust with that look after you. We've got people in resort, we've got people before you travel. We're there every step of the way. That is our full proposition.
So what is your funnel, so to speak? So it's literally, I would come in with my partner, we would book a holiday. You, of course, have the holidays, and you take us from when we literally from enter online until we return.
Yeah, from the moment you kind of click on anything on our website or interact with one of the agents that we've got online as well, we're there every step of the way. So you book your holiday, we'll guide you through kind of any online check-in processes before. We'll check in with you before you go just to make sure you've got everything, you've printed everything off, you've got your checklist ticked off. When you're in resort, we've got people on the ground, so they'll either be available to visit you if you want, or there's a phone number where you can call at them. Likewise, we've still got the UK team available as well, so if you want to speak to someone in the UK, that's still an option. And then again, when you come back, we're there in case there was any issues while you're away.
You're saying, this is refreshing,
Yeah.
You're saying that we're at the airport and there's either somebody at the airport or there's actually somebody that you can call it if there is a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. So you land in your resort, there'll be a representative at resort with a Holiday Best kind of board, uniform, etc. They'll guide you onto your transfer, get you into your hotel. Once you're in your hotel, they'll kind of let you get checked in, get sorted. The next day, normally they'll be there for a welcome meeting if you want to. Again, some people don't like to be pestered, some people do. But people love them still. You know
I've
what I
done
mean?
my fair share of welcome meetings.
And when it's a new destination, it's more around kind of that local knowledge of, you know, it's 5 minutes to your nearest supermarket, it's 10 minutes to the local kind of children's play area or whatever that may be. That's the type of information that people want. It's not a welcome meeting saying we want to sell you this excursion, we want to sell you this excursion.
No, those days have gone.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's more of a service.
Yeah.
It's a service.
And do you know what? That is the word. The word is service, and obviously you brought it back online. If our listener, and I know our listener will because I'm saying it sounds good, and if I say that, then I'm endorsing them. What do they need to do to find out more about your fine company, Holiday Best?
Holidaybest.com. That's our website, but we're not just a website. There's people behind the business, and like I say, we've got people on the end of the phone. We've got live chat on there. If you visit the Holiday Best Facebook page or Instagram page, we've got live agents that will respond to you on there as well. So we're there every step of the way. So although we're not in bricks and mortar, we're not on the high street quite yet. That's not to say we'll never venture into the high street in the future.
Doesn't sound like you need to at the moment.
Absolutely. But we're there every step of the way, and that's the thing. We're not just a technology business. We're a people business that use technology to get people where they need to be.
Let's ask you, what is it you're looking for from a holiday? I'm Tony. What's your name?
Irene.
Irene and
John.
Irene and John. So what do you look forward for a holiday? Where'd you like to go?
Well, we've been to quite a number of places. We have a motorhome.
So you're lucky you got a motorhome.
Yes, but we've also been Australia, New Zealand, many places. So we're looking for somewhere different. We've picked up a brochure on China,
Yes.
Wendy Wu, because we often look at that and think perhaps we'd like to go.
And John, from a motorhome point of view, where has been one of the best places you've visited since you've owned it?
Italy.
Oh, Italy. Yeah. And is it still easy to go and kind of drive through the toll roads? Is it easier?
We try to keep off the toll roads
Yeah.
and see the small places.
Yeah.
We went 6 weeks last May, June.
Yeah.
And then we went through France and Italy, and then in August to October we went France and Spain, so we make use of it, and we go for about 45 days.
But for you at the moment, the Destinations Holiday and Travel Show is about looking for somewhere exciting to go, and China's on your radar, is it?
Yes.
Well,
We've sort of thought about it for a while and not done anything because we've been other places as well.
And that won't be by motorhome, I presume?
No. I mean, we've hired cars when we've gone abroad, Australia and that, but to New Zealand.
Well, I'm sure you're going to find your dream holiday, and thank you for
I've got the
talking to us.
brochure.
You've got the brochure.
Yes.
Thank you for talking to us at travel.radio. Thank you.
Thanks, thank you.
Now, I'm with Della from Visit USA UK Association and Travel Oregon. Now, Della, why would any of our listeners want to visit Oregon when they could have the excitement of New York or the beaches and, of course, the showbiz style of LA? Why Oregon?
Well, Oregon is like a hidden gem, and you're right. A lot of people don't instantly think of Oregon when you know they have those kind of bucket list names in their head of other states and other destinations. Oregon is special because we're north of California, we're south of Washington State, so we're sort of sandwiched in between. We have that amazing rugged coastline that everyone knows about in California, that Highway 1 that goes up the coast. We all know about the California.
Is that PCH, Pacific Coast Highway?
Yes, that's right.
Gotcha.
So that carries on up through Oregon. So that part of our coast, obviously we have 360 miles of that Pacific coastline, and it's absolutely breathtaking. And it's also a lot less crowded than California. So we have that kind of scenery, that beautiful rugged coastline with the haystack rocks that you see in all these amazing pictures. So the coastline is one reason. The other reason is we have a very cool city, Portland, which is a real foodie city to visit. Farm to table, I know, is overused, but it is actually true in Oregon because we have a lot of agriculture, we have a lot of farmland, so the produce comes into Portland from that farmland. We also have mountains. We have the Cascade Mountain Range, where you can literally go kayaking, float trips, whitewater, whatever you want to do in terms of hiking, biking, we've got it. So it really is an outdoor wonderland, if you like.
Well, you know what, you're the perfect ambassador. And if any of our listeners wanted to find out more about Oregon, myself included,
right,
how would we do so?
You can come to us via the Visit USA UK website, which has all the state reps listed, or you can literally just email me direct, and I'm della.tully@btinternet.com. So Travel Oregon.
Rahul, when I saw your business, Travel the Unknown, you are the founder. What made you come up with such a business idea in what is a very busy market worldwide?
I mean, this kind of started out of my interest in this sort of travel, to be honest. I mean, I've always backpacked, and it's always about kind of exploring kind of lesser seen parts of the world, less crowded parts of the world. So the kind of journey started in northeast India, like the tribal part of India, which very few people know about. And then from there it kind of evolved, to be honest. So then, we started getting further out into other parts of India. Then we moved to kind of Colombia, other side of the world. Very few people were venturing to that part of South America back in 2009, 2010. And just we realised there's an interest in this sort of travel, to be honest.
There must be an absolute massive interest. As British, all of us, we love to travel. I'm going to ask you a valid question. I hope you don't mind me asking. When you talk about some of these places being very distant, do they have the infrastructure, such as airports and hotels? If not, what do they offer, which maybe is your USP?
Now especially India is extremely well connected in terms of airports and flights. There's India's known for its rail network, so you can get to most parts. Of course, like for example, if someone's going really far to the northeastern states, then there are bad roads. That's part of the adventure, to be honest.
Bad roads here.
But you go. The idea of getting to a particular place is to see something, and in this particular case, we go to what's called the Hornbill Festival in Nagaland. So that the journey kind of
the which festival?
Hornbill Festival.
What's the Hornbill Festival?
It's the tribes in that part of India essentially come together, celebrate their culture, And the hornbill is kind of a native bird of that region.
Wow.
So I guess the festival's named after that particular bird. But it's fantastic. I mean, this brochure cover that you can see there, that's actually from the festival. But yeah, I mean, we do all kinds of trips, festivals, culture, wildlife. But again, it's to get people also away from the crowded centres. So even before kind of sustainable tourism became a bit of a buzzword, we were already kind of focusing on, some of the more off the beaten track.
So you have got, I mean, when I say off the beaten track, you have got literally the world is your oyster. But are there places that you consider off the track that you'd like to take future customers?
Yeah, I mean, northeastern India still is very, very good for that. We've kind of identified a forgotten part of the Silk Road up in the Indian Himalayas, so we've started a new trip there. I think Colombia, although there are now more people going, I mean, it's still, when you look at Latin America, I mean, it's an absolute gem. It's my favorite country by far for what it offers. Again, with Turkey, we specialize in the eastern part of Turkey. You see the Kurdish culture, you see the world's first temple. I mean, what country can offer the world's first temple and the world's first city?
I didn't even know that. What are they? What's the temple? What's
so
the
Göbekli Tepe.
Sorry again?
Göbekli Tepe. It's in southeastern Turkey.
Göbekli Tepe.
It's almost 12,000 years old. It's almost double the age of Stonehenge.
Incredible. So
I mean, that's phenomenal. And so anyone interested in archaeology, Turkey probably comes close to Egypt in terms of rivaling, it for ancient sites. It is very much like an open-air museum, to be honest, Turkey, because of the, so many influences and so many empires pass through it. And yeah, I mean, unfortunately, obviously, the situation in the Middle East means that Lebanon's currently off limits. But hopefully, when things improve, that's another destination that I loved, and our clients who went there absolutely loved it as well. So we just have to, I think, wait and watch with Lebanon, unfortunately.
You do love it. I'm hearing you. You love it, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think I do, and also the clients do as well. That's why.
Because you do. You're sharing your passion. Yeah. It's infectious, isn't it? And then you started up the business, and it goes from strength to strength. So if people wanted to find out more about your company, Travel the Unknown, for small group and tailor-made tours, how would they do so?
Yeah, of course, online. Like everyone, we have a website, traveltheunknown.com. Our tours, itineraries, dates, and ideas are on there. But otherwise, just get in touch. Usually people are looking for inspiration. I think, when we talk about the kind of trips that we do, getting under the skin of a place, getting to know the people, staying in, homestays for those who want to do it. All that kind of stuff can be arranged. And for example, again, I go back to Northeast India. We've even organised homestays with tribes for those who really want to kind of, experience that. So yeah.
Can you get phone signal?
Thankfully not in a few places. But
I'm really pleased to hear that. I'm really pleased to hear that.
Thankfully not in some places. But yeah, I mean, the world is better connected, but there are still parts that you can explore.
And may they remain that way. Rahul, thank you so much for joining us on travel.radio, your destination station. Thank you so much.
Thanks, take care.
What is it you're looking for a holiday? What do you normally do? Your cruises?
We have been.
What's your first name, sir?
Roger.
Roger and
Anita.
Hello, Roger and Anita. Pleasure to have you on the show. What are you looking for from the destination show?
Well,
something
just
different,
for
I think.
ideas of different new places to go, because we've travelled quite a bit and we like to see what is also on offer.
Have you noticed there's a lot of adventure themed holidays here? Is that something that you would do, like learn to live with a tribe in northern India?
No, not for me.
Not that
I like a
adventurous.
little bit of luxury, really.
So you're not a fly and flop, as they've just I've heard. No. So would you say that you've done cruises, you've experienced cruises before? Yeah. There was a company over there in Madeira. Would that be your type of holiday, or Malta?
Neither those appeal to me the first choice.
Yeah.
I think there are other places to go in the world that are more interesting, probably.
Do you like walking?
Yeah. We've been on walking holidays.
We've been on sailing holidays. We've been on cruising holidays.
We've got a caravan and we go to France and
so we
quite
like
a bit of
the
Europe.
independent side of travelling, but we also like to see new opportunities to go perhaps a little bit further afield where you wouldn't go independently.
Yes. So have you decided from the show as yet, or is there more to discover?
We've got too much to read now.
Right, no.
Loaded down with brochures, but we don't have it yet.
Well, you'll be able to listen to yourselves very shortly here on travel.radio, your destination station. Roger and Anita, it really has been a pleasure to meet you.
Most embarrassing.
No, it's been lovely. Lovely to see you. Bye-bye for now. Bye. Gustavo, what is very special about Savoy Palace Madeira? Is it as special as what so many people say on the review sites?
Of course. What we have special in Savoy, in the Madeira, okay? First, the weather, okay? We have fantastic weather during all the year, okay? Temperatures 18 to 24 degrees.
Really?
All the year. Today, we have 18 degrees in Madeira. In Manchester, we are getting 5 degrees, okay? Wow. 3 hours and a half flight. So,
Yes,
so it's a very short haul to get Madeira. Safety, very safe. You don't have crime. Local people, very, very friendly. The food is amazing. You should try and you should go there.
What is that? Well, I have to say, I will confess, I have been there many times, and I've been to the Savoy Palace in Madeira.
Wow.
And I know, actually, I wasn't going to be biased, and it is very special. And that's why I came over to just speak to you today and just really find out if our listeners want to learn more about your fine establishment. What do they need to do?
Very easy. www.savoysignature.com. You have all the information about the resort, also about our membership and the vacation club.
As they say, obrigado, Gustavo.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Lucy Perrin is with me now. She's one of the commissioning editors at the Times. And as you know, as our listener, we've been promoting the show for the last 2 weeks, all of the presenters. Lucy, it looks like it's been a fantastic success. Has it been?
Yeah, it's a brilliant turnout, and I think what's fantastic to see is just the appetite for travel is absolutely back. There's audiences of all ages here. It's absolutely packed out. So yeah.
And I've noticed also, Lucy, that a lot of the guests here are very discerning. They are really looking for really bespoke and far-flung destinations. As one person said, they're not looking for fly and flop.
Absolutely.
Have you found that?
Absolutely. I think after the pandemic, everyone did just want to go anywhere. They didn't really mind where, as long as it was somewhere sunny and not the home or the back garden. But I think now the appetite has really turned to adventure and people want to go off the beaten track. I went to Uzbekistan last year, for instance, somewhere that I probably wouldn't have really thought about 5 years ago. But yeah, the appetite for adventure is huge.
Now, I know you're really busy because you've got writers coming out to talk very shortly, but how important is travel to the Sunday Times as an organisation and as a product?
I think it's absolutely key. I think our audience are very intrepid travellers, and they're really interested in exploring the world, discovering, everything about different cultures. So yeah, it's a really cool product.
Well, we're really pleased to have been able to promote you and for me to actually finally meet you. And thank you for joining us on travel.radio, your destination station. I hope that you enjoyed today's podcast. Head over to www.mytravelradio.co.uk to enjoy our programming schedule and indeed all of our fine presenters that make travel.radio your destination station.